Introduction. Welcome back to Thrive Sphere, your trusted place for health, longevity, and science-backed ways to live better after 50. Today, we're diving into a subject that literally holds you up every single day: your bones. Here's a startling fact: by the time you reach 50, you've already lost about 25% of your peak bone mass if you're a woman, and about 15% if you're a man. This bone loss accelerates with age, especially after menopause in women and with declining testosterone in men. Weak bones don't just increase your risk of osteoporosis and fractures, they also directly affect your independence, posture, and even how long you live. But here's the empowering truth: food is one of your most powerful tools to rebuild, strengthen, and protect your bones. Doctors, nutritionists, and researchers agree that certain foods provide the exact nutrients your skeleton craves. And today, we'll explore 7 bone-boosting foods doctors swear by, and how you can easily weave them into your daily meals. Grab a cup of tea, settle in, and let's strengthen your bones naturally. Chapter 1: Why Bone Health After 50 is Different. Before we dive into the foods that can transform your bone health, let's pause and understand why bones behave differently after 50. Bones are not static structures, they are dynamic, living tissues that constantly break down and rebuild themselves in a process called remodeling. But as we age, this balance tips, and breakdown begins to outpace rebuilding. Let's explore the key reasons why. Hormonal changes. Hormones are powerful messengers that dictate how your body manages bone tissue. Estrogen and testosterone are 2 of the most important for bone strength. For women, after menopause, estrogen levels plummet dramatically. Estrogen protects bone by slowing down the cells that break it down. Without it, bones begin to thin rapidly. In fact, women can lose up to 20% of their bone density within the first 5 to 7 years post-menopause. This is why osteoporosis is far more common in women. For men experience a more gradual loss of testosterone. Testosterone supports bone density and muscle mass, so its decline contributes to both weaker bones and reduced muscle protection against falls. Calcium absorption decline. It's not just about how much calcium you eat, it's about how much your body can actually use. As the digestive system ages, the stomach produces less acid, which reduces calcium solubility. The intestines become less efficient at pulling calcium from food. Even with a calcium-rich diet, absorption rates may drop by as much as 15 to 20% compared to younger years. This means older adults need not only more calcium-rich foods, but also nutrients that help the body use calcium effectively. Vitamin D deficiency. Vitamin D is like calcium's best friend. Without it, calcium can't get absorbed into your bones. But here's the catch. After 50, the skin produces less vitamin D in response to sunlight exposure. Many older adults spend less time outdoors or wear sunscreen, further reducing vitamin D synthesis. By some estimates, up to 70% of adults over 50 have insufficient vitamin D levels, leaving their bones vulnerable. Muscle loss connection. Bones and muscles are deeply interconnected. Sarcopenia, the age-related loss of muscle mass and strength, puts bones under greater strain. Weaker muscles mean less shock absorption during falls. Less physical activity means bones are not being stimulated to stay dense and strong. Sarcopenia and osteoporosis often appear together, creating what experts call the frailty syndrome. Medication effects. Certain medications, commonly prescribed after 50, accelerate bone loss. Steroids, like prednisone, used for inflammation, but they suppress bone-building cells. Proton pump inhibitors, acid blockers reduce stomach acid, making it harder to absorb calcium. Certain diabetes and cancer medications may interfere with vitamin D or hormone balance. The takeaway. Yes, bone health changes after 50, but that doesn't mean weak bones are inevitable. With the right diet, lifestyle, and awareness, you can slow bone loss, rebuild strength, and stay resilient well into your later decades. And that brings us to the foods that can make all the difference. Chapter 2. Food number 1: fatty fish, salmon, sardines, and mackerel. If bones had a superfood, fatty fish would certainly claim the crown. These cold water swimmers provide a rare combination of nutrients that directly feed your skeleton. Vitamin D powerhouse. Fatty fish like salmon, sardines, and mackerel are among the richest natural sources of vitamin D. Just a 3-ounce serving of cooked salmon contains more than half of your daily vitamin D requirement. Sardines pack even more, plus the added benefit of edible bones rich in calcium. Vitamin D works like a gatekeeper. It allows calcium from your food to enter your bloodstream and then directs it to your bones, instead of letting it float around uselessly. Omega-3 fatty acids. Omega-3s aren't just for heart health. These healthy fats reduce chronic inflammation that speeds up bone breakdown, improve calcium absorption at the cellular level, support the function of osteoblasts, the bone-building cells. Calcium in the bones. Here's the bonus: sardines and anchovies, eaten with their tiny bones, provide both calcium and phosphorus in a perfectly balanced ratio. This makes them uniquely efficient bone foods. Doctor's insight. A 2020 study in Osteoporosis International followed over 4,000 older adults. Those who ate fatty fish at least twice a week had significantly higher bone mineral density compared to those who rarely ate it. Doctors now recommend including fatty fish as part of a weekly bone protection strategy. How to add to your diet. Grill salmon fillets with lemon and dill twice a week. Mash sardines with olive oil, mustard, and herbs, spread on whole grain toast. Mix canned mackerel into a salad with spinach and chickpeas for a nutrient-packed lunch. Pro tip: if you don't enjoy fish, consider omega-3 supplements, but whole food is always superior because of the additional vitamins and minerals it provides. Chapter 3, Food Number 2, Leafy Greens, Kale, Spinach, Collard Greens. If fish is the king of bone foods, leafy greens are the queen. They are mineral-packed, low in calories, and loaded with compounds that protect bone health in multiple ways. Calcium source beyond dairy. Kale, collard greens, and bok choy provide highly absorbable calcium. Unlike spinach, which contains oxalates that reduce calcium absorption, kale and collards offer calcium your body can actually use. 1 cup of cooked collard greens provides over 25% of your daily calcium needs. For people who are lactose intolerant, greens are a must-have calcium alternative. Vitamin K superstar. Vitamin K doesn't get as much attention as vitamin D or calcium, but it's essential. It acts like a glue, binding calcium to the bone protein matrix and ensuring proper mineralization. Deficiency in vitamin K is linked to weaker bones and higher fracture rates. Leafy greens are by far the richest natural source. Magnesium and potassium. These minerals play a supporting role. Magnesium activates vitamin D, allowing calcium absorption. Potassium helps reduce the acid load in the body, which would otherwise leach calcium from bones. Doctor's insight. A long-term study published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition showed that people with higher intakes of vitamin K, primarily from leafy greens, had a 45% lower risk of hip fractures compared to those with the lowest intake. How to add to your diet. Toss fresh spinach into your morning omelette or smoothie. Make crunchy kale chips by baking them with olive oil and sea salt. Sauté collard greens with garlic, olive oil, and a splash of lemon juice for a side dish. Pro tip: pair greens with a source of healthy fat, like olive oil or avocado, to maximize absorption of fat-soluble vitamins like K. Chapter 4, Food Number 3, Yogurt and Fermented Dairy. Dairy has long been associated with bone strength, but not all dairy is created equal. Yogurt and fermented dairy products like kefir bring unique advantages beyond calcium. Calcium Champion. 1 cup of plain yogurt provides nearly half of your daily calcium needs. Unlike supplements, food-based calcium is absorbed more effectively and comes with additional cofactors like phosphorus and protein. Probiotics for gut health. Why do probiotics matter for bones? A healthy gut microbiome improves nutrient absorption, including calcium, magnesium, and vitamin K. Probiotics also reduce inflammation, which protects bone density. Emerging research shows that gut health may be a hidden key to osteoporosis prevention. Protein power. Bones aren't just minerals. They're about 50% protein by volume, primarily in the form of collagen. Without adequate protein, bones become brittle even with high calcium intake. Yogurt delivers both calcium and protein together. Doctor's insight. A 2017 Irish study looked at over 4,000 older adults. Those who consumed yogurt daily had 31% lower risk of osteoporosis, 39% lower risk of hip fractures. This was after adjusting for age, activity, and other diet factors. That's a powerful protective effect. How to add to your diet. Start your morning with Greek yogurt topped with blueberries, chia seeds, and walnuts. Use plain yogurt as a creamy base for salad dressings or dips instead of mayonnaise. Blend kefir into a smoothie with spinach and banana for a probiotic and calcium boost. Pro tip: choose plain, unsweetened varieties. Added sugars cancel out many of the benefits and can even harm bone health by promoting inflammation. Chapter 5, Food Number 4 are nuts and seeds, almonds, Chia, Flax, Sesame. They may be small, but nuts and seeds pack an enormous nutritional punch, especially when it comes to building and preserving bone strength after 50. They are often overlooked because they don't scream bone food the way milk or cheese does, but modern research has uncovered that their unique nutrient profiles make them quiet heroes in the fight against osteoporosis. Magnesium-rich powerhouses. Almonds, cashews, and pumpkin seeds are some of the best dietary sources of magnesium, a mineral that often doesn't get the spotlight but plays a starring role in bone health. Magnesium is required for converting vitamin D into its active form, which then allows calcium to be absorbed into the bones. Without enough magnesium, your body can't use calcium effectively, even if you're eating plenty of it. A handful of almonds, about 23 nuts, provides nearly 20% of your daily magnesium needs. Low magnesium intake has been directly linked to reduced bone mineral density and higher fracture risk, particularly in postmenopausal women. Plant-based calcium sources. When we think of calcium, most of us picture dairy. But sesame seeds, chia seeds, and poppy seeds prove that plants can deliver calcium in impressive amounts. Just 2 tablespoons of chia seeds contain as much calcium as a third of a glass of milk. Tahini, a paste made from ground sesame seeds, is a delicious way to get plant-based calcium into your meals. These foods are especially valuable for people who are lactose intolerant or choose plant-based diets. Healthy fats that protect bones. Nuts and seeds are excellent sources of healthy fats, particularly omega-3 fatty acids found in flax seeds, chia seeds, and walnuts. Omega-3s have anti-inflammatory properties that help protect bone tissue from the silent damage caused by chronic inflammation. This is especially important as low-grade inflammation increases with age. Trace minerals that matter. Beyond calcium and magnesium, nuts and seeds provide zinc, copper, and manganese, trace minerals that play supporting roles in collagen production and bone formation. Doctor's insight. A review in the journal Nutrients emphasized that magnesium deficiency significantly increases the risk of osteoporosis, especially in postmenopausal women. Doctors now routinely recommend including magnesium-rich foods like nuts and seeds in daily diets to counteract age-related bone loss. How to add to your diet. Snack on a handful of raw almonds or walnuts instead of chips. Sprinkle ground flax or chia seeds into your morning smoothie or oatmeal. Spread tahini on whole grain toast or drizzle it over roasted vegetables. Add pumpkin seeds to salads for extra crunch and minerals. Pro tip: soak nuts overnight to improve digestibility and nutrient absorption. Chapter 6, Food Number 5, Beans and Lentils. Beans, lentils, and other legumes may not be the first foods that come to mind for bone health, but their nutritional profile makes them highly supportive of strong bones. They are inexpensive, versatile, and provide a unique combination of protein, minerals, and phytonutrients. Packed with protein. Bones are often described as mineral structures, but nearly half of their volume is actually protein, especially collagen. Protein provides the framework that minerals attach to. Without enough protein, bones become brittle. Beans and lentils are excellent plant-based sources of protein. A cup of cooked lentils provides 18 grams of protein, nearly as much as a small serving of chicken. Regular consumption of legumes ensures that bones are not just mineralized but also structurally strong. Magnesium and phosphorus rich. Magnesium and phosphorus are two critical minerals for bones. Phosphorus is a structural component of hydroxyapatite, the mineral that gives bones their hardness. Magnesium helps balance calcium distribution, preventing it from being deposited in soft tissues where it can cause harm. Isoflavones in soybeans. Soybeans and soy-based foods like tofu and tempeh contain isoflavones, plant compounds that mimic estrogen. These compounds are particularly valuable for women after menopause, when estrogen levels drop dramatically and bone loss accelerates. Isoflavones help slow bone resorption, the breakdown of bone tissue. Populations in Asia that consume higher levels of soy have been shown to have lower fracture rates compared to Western populations. Doctor's insight. Epidemiological studies consistently show that women in countries with high soy consumption, such as Japan and China, tend to have stronger bones and fewer fractures than women in Western countries of similar age. Doctors attribute much of this protective effect to the isoflavones in soybeans. How to add to your diet. Make a hearty lentil soup or a chickpea-based chili. Roast chickpeas with spices for a crunchy, bone-friendly snack. Use tofu in stir-fries, miso soup, or even blend it into smoothies for added protein. Try black bean tacos or hummus made with tahini for a double boost of legumes and seeds. Pro tip: to improve mineral absorption from beans, soak them before cooking to reduce phytates, which can interfere with calcium and magnesium absorption. Chapter 7, Food Number 6, Eggs, especially the yolks. Eggs have long been a breakfast staple, but they are far more than just a source of morning protein. When it comes to bone health, eggs offer a powerful package of nutrients, especially in the yolk. Vitamin D in the yolk. Egg yolks contain vitamin D, one of the most crucial nutrients for bones. Vitamin D enables your intestines to absorb calcium from food. Without it, even a calcium-rich diet won't be effective. While eggs don't provide as much vitamin D as fatty fish, they are a valuable addition to your diet, especially if you don't get enough sun exposure. High-quality protein. Eggs are considered a complete protein because they contain all 9 essential amino acids. This makes them perfect for maintaining the collagen framework of bones. Collagen provides flexibility and resilience, preventing bones from becoming brittle. B vitamins, especially B12. Vitamin B12 plays a vital role in bone formation and helps regulate homocysteine, an amino acid that, when elevated, is linked to an increased risk of fractures. B12 deficiency is common in older adults due to reduced stomach acid and absorption issues. Eggs, along with fish and meat, are one of the most reliable food sources of B12. Doctor's insight. A 2021 study found that older adults with higher vitamin D intake from foods like eggs had stronger grip strength and lower rates of falls. This is crucial because falls are the leading cause of fractures in older adults. Strong muscles and bones work together to reduce this risk. How to add to your diet. Boil eggs ahead of time and keep them handy for a quick protein-rich snack. Make a colorful vegetable frittata for breakfast or a light dinner. Top whole grain avocado toast with a poached egg for a satisfying, bone-strengthening meal. Add chopped boiled eggs to salads for extra protein and nutrients. Pro tip: don't skip the yolk, that's where most of the bone-supporting nutrients live. Chapter 8, Food Number 7, Berries, Blueberries, Strawberries, Blackberries. When you think of berries, you probably picture heart health or brain health. But did you know your bones also thrive on these colorful fruits? Berries are rich in antioxidants, vitamins, and plant compounds that keep bones strong and youthful. Antioxidant shield. As we age, oxidative stress damages cells throughout the body, including bone cells. Berries, with their vibrant pigments, are loaded with antioxidants that neutralize this damage. Blueberries, in particular, contain anthocyanins that protect osteoblasts, the bone-building cells. This reduces the breakdown of bone tissue and supports ongoing repair. Vitamin C for collagen production. Vitamin C is critical for the synthesis of collagen, which forms the scaffolding of bones. A cup of strawberries provides over 100% of your daily vitamin C needs. Without sufficient collagen, bones lose their resilience and become more fragile. Anti-inflammatory power. Chronic, low-grade inflammation is one of the hidden enemies of bone health. Polyphenols in berries directly reduce inflammatory markers, protecting bones from accelerated loss. Doctor's insight. A study published in the Journal of Bone and Mineral Research tracked women who ate at least one serving of strawberries or blueberries daily. Over 4 years, these women experienced significantly slower bone density loss compared to those who rarely ate berries. This shows that even small daily servings can make a meaningful difference. How to add to your diet. Blend a handful of frozen blueberries into your morning smoothie. Add fresh strawberries to Greek yogurt or oatmeal for a bone-boosting breakfast. Mix blackberries into salads with spinach, walnuts, and goat cheese. Freeze grapes and berries to use as colorful, antioxidant-packed ice cubes or in water. Pro tip: buy berries in season for maximum nutrients and freeze extras so you can enjoy them year-round. Chapter 9: Putting it all together, a one-day bone-boosting meal plan. We've covered the science, the foods, and the benefits, but knowledge only transforms health when it's put into action. That's why building a practical meal plan matters. Let's imagine what a full day of bone-boosting eating looks like when we combine these 7 foods in a thoughtful way. Breakfast: Greek yogurt parfait with blueberries, chia seeds, and tahini drizzle. Start your day with protein, calcium, and antioxidants. Greek yogurt delivers almost half your daily calcium needs plus gut-friendly probiotics. Add a handful of blueberries for their vitamin C and polyphenols, helping collagen production and reducing oxidative stress. Chia seeds contribute plant-based calcium, magnesium, and omega-3s, while a drizzle of tahini provides sesame-based calcium and healthy fats. Together, this creates a nutrient-dense breakfast that strengthens bones, fuels muscles, and keeps you energized. Mid-morning hydration ritual. Instead of just coffee, hydrate with water infused with frozen berries. This adds antioxidants and flavor without added sugar. Staying hydrated helps maintain the fluid balance in bones and joints, preventing stiffness. Lunch: lentil and kale power salad with a soft-boiled egg on top. This lunch combines multiple bone heroes. Lentils give you plant-based protein, magnesium, and phosphorus. Kale adds calcium and vitamin K to bind minerals to the bone matrix. A soft-boiled egg contributes vitamin D and B vitamins, crucial for reducing fracture risk. Top it with olive oil and lemon juice to aid nutrient absorption. This is a light yet satisfying meal, especially good for people aiming to control weight while nourishing their bones. Afternoon snack: almonds and fresh strawberries. A simple pairing with powerful benefits. Almonds bring magnesium, protein, and healthy fats. Strawberries deliver vitamin C and antioxidants to support collagen scaffolding. Together, they form a crunchy sweet snack that fights inflammation and supports bone repair between meals. Dinner: grilled salmon with sautéed collard greens and quinoa. Dinner is your anchor meal, and here we combine everything: omega-3 rich salmon for anti-inflammatory power and vitamin D, collard greens for calcium and vitamin K, and quinoa for plant protein plus magnesium. Add garlic and olive oil to the greens for extra flavor and nutrient absorption. This meal supports overnight bone repair, the period when your body rebuilds the most tissue. Evening ritual. Instead of dessert, enjoy a small bowl of yogurt with flax seeds and a few berries. This provides a calcium-rich, protein-packed snack that stabilizes blood sugar and aids bone strength before bed. By the end of the day, you've hit all the essentials: calcium, vitamin D, protein, magnesium, vitamin K, omega-3 fatty acids, antioxidants, and probiotics, all working together to optimize bone health. Chapter 10: Lifestyle habits that supercharge these foods. While diet is the foundation, bones thrive when food is paired with the right lifestyle habits. Here are the 4 most powerful bone-supporting practices you can add to your daily life. 1. Weight-bearing and resistance exercise. Your bones are living tissues that adapt to stress. Walking, dancing, hiking, and light jogging all provide the weight-bearing pressure that signals bones to grow stronger. Resistance training, like lifting light weights or using resistance bands, helps stimulate bone density in specific areas such as hips, spine, and wrists, the most common fracture sites. Even 15 minutes a day can create measurable benefits over time. 2. Sunlight exposure for vitamin D. Food sources are important, but sunlight is still the body's most natural way to generate vitamin D. Spending just 15 to 20 minutes outdoors on most days allows your skin to synthesize vitamin D3, the form most effective for calcium absorption. If you live in northern regions or spend little time outside, discuss supplementation with your doctor. 3. Limit bone thieves. Certain dietary habits quietly rob your bones. Excess caffeine increases calcium excretion in urine. Too much alcohol interferes with vitamin D metabolism, reducing calcium absorption. High-salt diets increase calcium loss as well. This doesn't mean you need to eliminate these pleasures completely, but moderation is key. For example, limiting coffee to 1 or 2 cups per day and keeping alcohol occasional can make a significant difference. 4. Stay hydrated. Few people realize that bones are 25% water by volume. Dehydration reduces flexibility and makes bones more brittle. Drinking enough water also ensures that nutrients, hormones, and oxygen are delivered efficiently to bone tissue. Aim for at least 6 to 8 glasses a day, and adjust based on climate and activity level. Together, these habits amplify the power of bone-boosting foods. Think of food as the building material and lifestyle as the architect directing where and how that material is used. Chapter 11. Final thoughts. Your bones are not static, they are dynamic, living organs that constantly remodel themselves. Even after age 50, it's never too late to influence the trajectory of your bone health. By incorporating these 7 doctor-approved foods, fatty fish, leafy greens, yogurt, nuts and seeds, beans, eggs, and berries, you're not only meeting your body's nutritional needs but also actively slowing bone loss and encouraging bone growth. Think about what strong bones mean beyond avoiding fractures. They mean being able to travel without fear, climb stairs with confidence, play with grandchildren on the floor, garden in the sunshine, or dance at family celebrations. Bones provide the physical freedom to live fully and independently. Start small if it feels overwhelming. Add 1 bone-boosting food this week, then layer in another next week. Gradual change leads to sustainable habits. Combine these foods with regular movement, sunshine, hydration, and mindful choices about caffeine and alcohol, and you'll build a powerful foundation for lifelong strength. Your future self, the version of you who wants to keep exploring, laughing, and moving freely, will thank you for the steps you take today. Bone health isn't just about avoiding disease, it's about embracing vitality, stability, and confidence at every stage of life. This is your invitation. Choose one action today, whether it's sprinkling chia seeds on your breakfast, taking a short walk in the sun, or adding leafy greens to your dinner. Small steps, repeated consistently, transform into lasting strength. And with each choice, you're not just feeding your bones, you're fueling a healthier, more vibrant life. Outro. Thank you for watching Thrive Sphere. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more health wisdom designed for life after 50. Your bones, and your whole body, deserve it. Stay strong, stay vibrant, and I'll see you in the next video.